All right, I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody again. We have Special Agent David Coe, FBI. Jody Lee with Southwest National Bank. Lieutenant Kevin Ferguson with Houston Police Department. Oh, I gave him a promotion. Sergeant Kevin Ferguson. He doesn't care about the title, he just wants the money. And we have Lieutenant Kendall Clark. Our moderator on this one is Captain Nathan Wynn with the Houston Police Department. And I'm going to turn it over to him.
Can everybody hear me? Yes, close to lunchtime, so I want to make this a succinct section, short and sweet. So I want everybody attention. Make sure we keep the noise level down because when I sit back there, it's very hard to hear when everybody talking at the same time. So please keep it down so we can hear what the speaker will say. Anyway, anyone have been receive a text lately that you own the toll road money and you need to call this number? I received no text too. What about the one that you receive that if you have not show up to jury duty and you need to call this number in order to pay to stay out of jail? Raise your hands. Yeah, those are a lot lately, and actually a lot of them involve AI, artificial intelligence. That's why I love this panel here. They are very knowledgeable. We have Special Agent, Supervisor, Special Agent David Coe. He has been very busy. He had a 9 o'clock meeting, but he still come here because it's a very important topic. So, cybercrime, hate crime, burglary theft, and financial crime, and those are some of the main topics we will discuss with our panel here. I know supervisory special agent David Coe for a while when I worked for public crime division, and he in charge of financial crime. So my first question I will ask David is, what type of cyber crime that you normally encounter, and what is the investigating process involved?
Hey, good morning or good afternoon, whatever time we were at, it's just good morning. My name is David Coe. I'm the Supervisory Special Agent at the FBI over the White Collar Fraud Squad. When we look at cases, the FBI gets hundreds of thousands of complaints every year. And generally what happens on the financial fraud side is we don't have time to work every single event. But generally what happens is we filter through all of our complaints, and we have intel analysts who are very good at their job. We're able to aggregate all those complaints together and identify larger investigations. Just for context, my squad is generally comprised of about 7 agents. And those 7 agents are responsible for an area of responsibility of 5 million people. So when we prioritize our cases, we're generally looking for the cases that we're getting the biggest bang for a buck. Most of our cases are in the millions of dollars or hundreds of millions of dollars. So we have priorities that we look at. We evaluate all of our leads that we get in, all of our complaints that we have, and then we identify the largest criminal organizations that we can target so that we can investigate, dismantle, and disrupt those organizations to prevent them from continuing to defraud the people in the Houston area.
Thank you, sir. Probably financial crime, we actually have 5 detectives, which we call task force officers that attach to the FBI, and we work very closely with the FBI in terms of cybercrime and financial crime, because these crimes are transnational, meaning that it goes from different countries, and reach out to us. So it's important that we have the assistance from the FBI. That way we can work internationally rather than just within Houston or Texas. And also I have Miss Jody Lee here. She's a chairwoman with Southwestern Bank, right? And she was gracious enough to give me the brochure with the Texas Banker Association published, and I put it back there. It deals with jerking. Jerking is a form of crime where people follow you to the bank and they watch you get the money out, and then when you go stop somewhere, for example, you go to Starbucks or go to a restaurant to get something to eat, that's when they break in. And I'm currently over auto theft division, where we have a unit deal exclusively with jerking, meaning that we will do surveillance and follow these criminals. So, Ms. Jody Lee, what kind of procedure do you establish for your bank customer in order to stop this kind of jerking?
Yes, thank you. My name is Jody Lee. I'm the chairwoman of Southwestern National Bank, and I want to talk about how we keep ourselves safe from financial crimes, from really getting into situations that you don't want to be in and outside of the bank. So let me talk about being outside of the bank. Anytime you go to a bank in person, you are at risk, any bank really, or even an ATM machine, you're at risk of being followed. So be vigilant. Look around you, make sure that you have all your belongings with you in your control. And be aware of unusual cars that might be parked near you, and especially, they can follow you. And one of the things that I think criminals know is that Asian women carry cash. And so if you carry cash, you're a target. And you don't have to carry a lot of cash, but if you carry cash in your purse, then your purse is a target, and therefore you are a target. So just be very careful. Now, we have heard of cases where people go to a bank and they're followed to a restaurant. They go into the restaurant and people will break their cars to see if there's anything in it. Those are things that we need to be aware of. Now, inside the bank, banks have a lot of processes that we take in order to protect your financial data, your personal data. We spend actually a lot of money protecting your information and making sure that we are safe from financial and cyber attacks, financial fraud, cyber attacks. Especially if you have businesses. Businesses are specifically targeted, and we have securities protecting the two different populations that are businesses and the seniors. So we'll call you if you make a wire transfer or ACH transfer. We'll call you, and we have the procedures to make sure that when there's a wire coming out of your account, that it's actually you. And so either you come to the bank so we can see you, or we're going to call you and make sure. There are other things that we do that you can do to protect yourselves. You need to turn on multi-factor authentication. Not just for your bank accounts. Now, actually, for our bank accounts, we make that mandatory, so you actually don't have a choice. But on your emails, your Gmails, your Yahoo account, your AOL account. They offer two-step authentication, and you should turn them on. And of course, when something does happen, we collaborate with law enforcement and make sure that we have photos. We have cameras that capture license plates in and out of our parking lots, so that we can track, we can identify the suspicious vehicles. And if something does happen, we can turn them over to law enforcement. So we do a good job collaborating.
Yeah, real quick, I still hear a lot of echo up here, so please keep the noise level down for the respect of the speaker and the audience that interested in the answer. Thank you, Mr. Jody Lee. I know our financial crime investigator work very closely with the bank. We go to the bank all the time and work in terms of how to prevent financial crime, and especially crime against elderly citizens, because when you get old, your mental capacity not as sharp as when you are younger, and the criminal will take advantage of that. Or even when you are, we have cases where people will prey on people who are lonely, which is we call the pig butchery, meaning that they will, this is a type romance scam, that they will try to get to know you, and once they get to know you, they want you to invest in money financially, and then eventually that you will give up a lot of money to these criminals. So our financial crime and our FBI work very closely on those cases also. And we have here Sergeant Kevin Ferguson. He's over the financial crime unit with property financial crime. And I would like to know, what is the process for investigating financial crime, and what type of case does your division handle?
Good morning, everybody. Simply the process of, we get cases which are generated from patrol. Those cases are then sent to us, and we go through a case management process. Through the case management process, we evaluate the cases and pretty much just distribute those out to our detectives. From that point in time, our detectives take the case, and they investigate and speak with other entities as far as finding out the information they need to investigate these cases, whether that be banks, whether that be different entities such as Zelle, PayPal, or something to that kind of entity. And all this is through subpoenas, and we've got to process these requests that we have for these entities. After that, after the information is gathered, we present these to the district attorney's office, just like ADA Broderick was talking about earlier. He's one of our ADAs that we speak with most of the time. After we get the approval from them, a probable cause statement is made, and then we have a warrant out for arrest for these individuals, and then it's served. The type of cases that financial crime particularly deal with are mainly theft cases. We also have forgery, fraud, like Commander spoke, the captain spoke earlier, romance scams is another one. We also have an uptick on property theft, which is happening right now. And we also have like credit card abuse, debit card abuse, and a host of other cases that we have as well. So it's a lot. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, actually, I remember we have quite a few cases of title fraud because it's so easy in Texas law for people to get a hold of your, for example, your mortgage, the title, and then they try to convert it to their own. And recently, Texas legislation just changed some of the loopholes that we have. That way, people cannot be evicted out of their own house just because somebody committed a crime. So I believe with this recent change in the Texas legislation, we will make a huge difference in terms of financial crime prevention. And we also have Lieutenant Kendall Clark. He's over the burglary and theft, and he is especially over the Patrol Region 3 area, meaning that he's in charge of all the cases within West Side, Southwest, Midwest, and Gessner. So, Lieutenant Clark, please explain the process for investigating burglary and theft, and how is organized crime handled? Let me rephrase one question at a time, that way you'll get confused. The first question is, please explain the process for investigating burglary and theft cases.
Thank you. Similar to financial crimes, reactive investigations investigates burglaries, thefts, criminal mischiefs. The first step, and it's been emphasized by previous panels, is a formal report. Once we receive that report, it goes through several levels of review before it comes to my desk, and at that point it's assigned to an investigator. One of the first things the investigator will do is contact the complainant or the victim to try to find out whether there's additional information, they may need clarification. This may take a bit of time. The process, once it's been reviewed and assigned, the investigator will, once he's spoken with the complainant, he's got to do some background investigation as well. So he'll look to see if there may be other related crimes. And then at that point, he will look for witnesses, any type of evidence such as videos or documents, receipts. Once he puts that all together, he'll try to locate the suspect and interview that suspect. And everything, once it's complete, is presented to the district attorney's office, and they will make the final determination whether charges are filed.
Yeah, Lieutenant Clark team is very diligent in working these cases, especially the serial burglar. Recently, we have one now in the Rainier Katy area, and the community was not very happy the fact that they have several burglary, even though it's a gated community. But what happened, the suspect jumped over the back fence near the golf course. So Lieutenant Clark and I and Chief Bashir, we went out there and worked with the community and find out what we can do. And as a result, we were able to arrest some of the suspects that were doing the serial burglary. And the next question is, how is organized retail crime handled, and which unit is responsible for it?
I think it's important to differentiate between a habitual offender, somebody who goes to the same location and steals every day or once or twice a week. That does not necessarily constitute an organized crime. Organized crime is multiple people targeting multiple stores at different times, days, locations, and that is something that we assist with, but often we get with the organized crime squad within our division and work collaboratively with them so they can set up some type of surveillance in some cases, or they have capabilities to investigate proactively, whereas we're strictly reactive. So sometimes it's a team effort to catch these organized criminals.
Thank you. Since we don't have any questions from the audience, I think we almost time for lunch, but one thing I want to remind everybody is that do not leave anything valuable in your vehicle. The uptick in the gun is kind of concerning to me. Recently, you probably saw Travis Tracy hit back out with the trailer. He's one of our crime prevention officer that go to different communities. So if you need him to come out there to address the issue, he'll be glad. So one of the things that we always say, don't leave anything valuable. If you have a gun, make sure you have a gun safe. We sometimes also hand out, I know Southwest Management District also hand out gun safe before. So look for those opportunities to get the gun safe if you have to keep the gun inside the vehicle. If you have a laptop, Like me, if I will carry my backpack with me, carry it with you, don't leave it inside. Because what happened is the criminal will sit at the parking lot and they will watch you. And as soon as you get out of the vehicle and they know that you have a laptop case or a backpack in the back of your vehicle, they will break in, and it only take 5 seconds to do it. So just one other reminder. And thank you again for this opportunity to share our knowledge and have a great lunch. Thank you.